Well, looks like we're live and it's Monday night. We're all good. The house is nice and warm. Dogs are tucked in. Oh man, we had an exciting night last night. If you guys are just getting here, just give us a little bit. Let's give a chance for everybody to get in here. And then we will talk about it all. We will talk about it all. I had some egg drop soup for dinner today. I think I'm starting to like it. I think it needs some corn in it. And I think a corn and egg drop soup would be really nice. Really nice. So, I don't know who the inventor of egg drop soup was, but I think you did a good job. But I personally think some corn would be a really good additive. All right, Daisy. And we might even want to put, I don't know, there's something about it that it needs a little bit more of a flavor. I wonder if there's something that we could add to it that has more of a kick, more of a flavor. Because I get the feeling that it's probably supposed to taste like egg drop soup or like eggs, you know. It's probably like egg and a chicken broth. Maybe the chicken broth needs to be stronger. Or maybe it needs a little chopped up chicken broth, chicken pieces in it. That might be good. Some carrots. It already has like peas in it. Here's what we can do. We can take it. We can add some carrots, some potatoes, some chopped up chicken, and then we'd have kind of like a liquefied chicken pot pie. And maybe a little bit more pepper. Sometimes I think it needs a little heat there, a little heat, you know. I'd like to thank everybody for watching us tonight. We got a bunch of people that will be coming in here shortly. We got exciting news today. Exciting news, sad news, hard news, bad news, scary news. We almost had another heart attack today. Holy crap. I got to send my wife a message. Whoever's in the background, please feel free to come forward and chit-chat with us. And drop a chat. Let us know what's going on in your world. What's the weather like where you're at? All of those good things. Got 9 people watching. 2 thumbs up. Sending my wife a message. She's asking a very important question, which only I know. Tweeter in the house. Hello to you. Thank you for being here. Oh man, how are you? 15 people in the house. Hey, thank you all. I hope you guys will stick around and listen to what we got to say today. I really hope some of you guys might be kind enough to subscribe to the channel and give us a thumbs up. Richard says, cold here and snowing. He's in Maine. Too cold for me, my friend. Woo-wee. I mean, I know Maine has a lot of good food, but man, you guys are brave in the state of Maine to live up there. I'm just saying. Jamie boy, it's a party at your place, right? That is correct. That is correct. We are definitely having a party, and we're having a big party. And we got a lot to do to get ready for it yet still, but we're making headway. Mr. 007 talking about fast food. No, I was talking about egg drop soup. I had some egg drop soup from a Thai restaurant today, and I was talking about how to make it better. Fast food, as we all know, especially in America, is kind of gross. Just use it. Just used to it. Oh, Richard, yeah. I know, but damn, you guys got bigger cojones than me. I'm just telling you, Richard. I don't know. Can you come? Have you been invited, Jamie? You know, Diana's in the house. Soul Soother, thank you for being here. Hello, everybody. Thank you all for the thumbs up. And a lot of you new folks, please subscribe to our channel. Mr. 007's nice egg drop soup. Yeah, I really like egg drop soup. I just think it's missing something. So I was thinking if we put diced potatoes, carrots, and some chunks of chicken and more pepper in it, it might be better. Y'all in, yes. We've lived in the Philippines, but we're currently in the United States down in Arkansas. So we're in the central part of the country. And for us, 50 degrees is really cold. HTN is in the house. Hello, everybody. If you guys are new here, say hello to everybody, meet everybody. We got some great channels that'll be popping in besides mine here in a little bit. And if you have a YouTube channel, let me know. And we can see if we can talk about helping you promote your channel while we do everything else. So, Henry, how are you? Diana, how are you? Mr. Seven, how are you? Yeah, you know, egg drop soup is yummy. I just think it's missing something. Every time I have it, I kind of go, what is it that it's missing? You know, I can't quite figure out what it's missing. Maybe a little chili powder? I don't know. So, is that my wife here in the house? Or here in the chat? No, that's me. I don't know. I'm doing good, just getting tired of the rain. Yeah, we had rain yesterday and clouds today, but no real rain today. How do you set up a live stream on YouTube? Well, on your phone or mobile device, when you pull up your YouTube channel, down at the bottom there's some buttons. And basically one says like live, one says short. Those allow you to do a short or to do a live. You click on the live button and you just follow step-by-step stuff and you can set one up pretty easily. That's all. It takes just a few seconds, But at the bottom of your device, there's going to be some buttons that says like live, short, video, stuff like that. And you click on those and that takes you into your channel to be able to set things up. Rained where Diana is today briefly. Nice. A little bit of rain's good. I mean, it was overcast and damp all day, but we really didn't get any rain. If it rained, it was more like, you know, the non-rain rain, if that makes sense. You know, we didn't have any fog. That's not what I mean, but it's kind of like it didn't rain, but it was wet all day long. You know, so very, very super, super fine rain. So that's all we had today. We needed the rain, and we needed the rain we got yesterday. Everything was pretty dry around here. So we're kind of happy to have it. Henry, yep, HTN, that's right. We did 35. We're going to... 35 kids last night, which turned out to be really good. And they were very happy, very excited about it. I was happy to see everybody watch and support my wife and her friends in their efforts. What I do is I just try to help them raise money, and I get out of the way. So those projects are kind of their baby, you know, because they know the Philippines, they know what to do, they got the connections. So my job is just to brag about it, to talk about it, to share it, and then to try to provide a little money, raise a little money, and I let them do it, and they do a good job. And what was shocking to me last night, but not really shocking to me, was that we fed 35, or they fed, I don't want to take credit for me doing it because I didn't do it. They fed 35 kids. And we could have fed, if we would have had the food, we could have fed a lot more. And look, it's not like this is a situation where there just happens to be, like in America, you know, you go to a high school and there's a couple of hundred kids running around in a high school that you're giving them hot dogs and hamburgers to. That's not what this type of situation is. In the Philippines, you know, these kids are lucky to get one meal a day. If they're really lucky, they get two. So if we would have the resources, we could have easily doubled the number of kids that we gave them a nice biscotti meal with bread and something to drink, juice. So we could easily done it, easily fed 70 kids. You know, my wife and her friends, they kind of got to limit the number of kids because of the resources. So, but these aren't privileged children. These are not privileged families. These are families that live in places you and I would not live. And it's just the way it is. It's the honest truth. I love the Philippines, but these are children who do not have the blessings that we have, period, at all. And it says, I was watching them while painting, making me forget to put on my gloves. So I got paint all over my hands. I was doing a poor paint. Crazy. My hands were covered. Well, you can just say now it's hand painted, right? That's what I told you, hand painted. Addison, hello. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. How are you doing today? How are things in your part of the world? You guys give us some more thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. So we were really excited. I could see the kids were excited. You know, we got some more pictures behind the scenes. We're trying not, I mean, I know it's really not a big issue in the Philippines from here, but, you know, we didn't want to put all the little kids on camera. We just wanted to try to show you guys the necessity and what populations are in third world countries. Because remember, the Philippines is a third world country. And so for these kids to get a good solid meal at no cost to the families, no cost to the families. Because you got to remember, minimum wage in the Philippines runs about $8 a day if you're lucky, if you have a job. So not $8 an hour like in America, $8 a day. So we spent roughly $100. I think this is what it was, to buy all the ingredients. The friends in the Philippines did all the work, as you know, as you saw. And some of the other mothers came to help and organize, which was great. So that's how we were able to do that, by stretching it. Now, the good thing is this, you know, biscotti is really cheap to make. So you can make a lot of it at a low cost. And the other really good thing about it is the people in the Philippines really love biscotti. Their type of biscotti, not what us Americans or Italians or maybe even the Germans are used to. Their biscotti is not our biscotti. I'm just telling you. Diana says, damn, yeah, cruising is fun anytime. Is back in the house. Thank you. I thought I turned you blue last time. Why aren't you blue? She has a great channel, by the way. I thought I turned you blue last time. That way, cruising is fun anytime. You are welcome to drop your link anytime you want if you're blue. I try to turn you blue here, my friend. Yeah, the milk just makes it sweeter. Is all it does. It makes it a little pinkish looking, but it makes it sweeter, and they like that. They like sweet in the Philippines. Can't stand it. Most disgusting stuff I've ever had. Hot dogs and biscotti ain't gonna happen in this house. So it says, I got most of it off, Henry. Good, good, good. Hope you got the paint off. Remove your hands. Thank you. Oh, anytime. Cruising is fun anytime. So they had a good time doing it, but what we quickly realized is, and this is what I'm asking everybody to help us with, and you don't got to do it today, and if you don't want to do it at all, that's fine. So I've set aside some money already, from our own money, that we're buying a large sack, a 50-pound bag of rice. And they're going to give that away in smaller portions, like 5 pounds or 2.5 pounds. I don't know what the girls are exactly doing. But they're going to divide it up, put it in smaller bags, and they're going to give it out to these kids as families so they have, for the new year, some rice. Because rice is very, very important in the Philippines, but it's also gotten very, very expensive. So what I've figured out is I need 2 more bags of rice. And I'm going to talk about this every day. I need 2 more bags of rice. So I need to raise about another $100. And if anybody wants to put $1 or $2 into our PayPal account for that, the PayPal is at the top of the chat. It's also on my channel. And I promise you, every dollar you donate will go there. We don't do this funky thing with money. So we put our own money in. So that's what we're working on. We need 2 more bags of rice, 3 bags total, so that they can give them, they want to give them about 5 pounds each, which will only last a few days. You understand? 5 pounds of rice in America may be a lot, but it ain't in Asia. Sounds like Japan with the sweets, yes. Oh, thank you very much, Cruisin'. Thank you. We appreciate that. We appreciate the love, the support, and the shout out that you give to your community for us, because, that's what we have to do, right? If we don't have 100,000 subscribers, it's our job to help each other get to that 100,000 subscriber mark. Corn is good in everything. You heard that? Yes, right? I want to put corn in my egg drop soup and some chicken and maybe some chopped up baby potatoes. Then it's just kind of like a eggy chicken pot pie. But hey, whatever. So, so that's what we've realized, seeing how fast that food went and how they had to proportion it, that in order to do a good job, that 150-pound bag of rice that we already have taken care of, it's not going to be enough. That's where am I? So Soother, I just joined your channel. Very nice. But she does, Soul isn't, she's an artist, by the way. I missed something there. I'm sorry. I talk too much and sometimes I miss things. Soul Soother is an artist. So she has some cool stuff that she's working on. And hopefully she can build her channel around her love of art and her hobbies and things like that. Would be really cool. So, and of course, cruising. I've been telling her that the best thing she could do for a vacation is go on a cruise. She's never been on a cruise. And you love cruises. I love cruises. Man, we're champions of cruises. So we've been trying to encourage her to go on a cruise. Oh, well, thank you, Diana. We appreciate that. We do. It does not be a lot. We'll get everybody to chip in just a little bit. But that's our goal for New Year's. And they're going to bag it up and be able to hand it out. Because, and you guys may be wondering, if you are wondering, if you saw some of that, the Philippine neighborhood, what it is they have like little neighborhoods or subdivisions. Might be more of a relatable term here in America. So maybe there's a common group of 25, 30, in this case 50 or so families that all live in a general area. Now, years ago, what we used to be able to do is go to the schools and have somebody like a mom from the school handed out at the schools. But things have changed in the Philippines, and they don't like that anymore. So my wife's friend Karen and them, they got to do it in the neighborhood. So they've set up a staging area to do this. That takes money. It does. It does. I'm here just knitting and listening. Thank you. Ooh, you're a knitter. Wow. Can you crochet? My grandmother used to crochet. I've always wanted to figure out how in the hell you crochet. So, HDN, I just helped the kids living in the mountains in the Philippines. There you go. Good for you, Henry. So, that's what we do. We never really talk much about what we do charity-wise. I know a lot of people think, we have lots of money, and maybe we do comparatively. I don't know, and I don't care. I don't care what anybody else does. I encourage you to do your own thing. I think it's great. I got a lot of friends who have other pet projects that they do, and I think that's great. I do. I think it's great. We just know this region of the Philippines. We know this community. We know these people. We know that they're honest, good people, and we know that a sack of rice for New Year's would be a big deal. Just like those kids getting dinner yesterday. Yesterday. I am taking a smoke break at the moment, but then I'll be back painting. All right. Don't smoke it all. Don't smoke it all at once. That's right. So that's what we were doing last night. If you guys caught the live stream, my wife it was a long live stream because she started earlier than the folks in the Philippines were ready for her to. So it turned out to be kind of a long thing, and I thought it was very, very nice of the kids. If you saw that piece of fabric they had, that's handmade. They didn't spend any money on making that little banner, thanking everybody for the food. So Filipino Bay in the province is in the house. How are you? Thank you for being here. We appreciate you being here. We do. We hope everything's well. We were just talking about my wife's live stream last night, and we fed 35 children in the Philippines. And I know Henry said that he fed some kids in the mountains there. So we have a community that my wife's best friend lives in, and we know very well. And we got to feed 35 kids. It was a lot of fun. They made it. Everything's homemade. You know, a lot of work, a lot of time by. So it was a good thing. It was a good thing. And now our next project, I was telling them I'm going to move to. We're moving on to getting rice for the first of the year, for New Year, in that community. So, and I was telling them we fed 35, but we could have fed 70 if we would have had the food. So, it's just a nice thing to do. We're happy to do it in the Philippines. Henry says hello to you, bye. Soul Soother says hello. Thank you all for the thumbs ups. So yeah, it's good. It's exciting. We did a lot of that kind of stuff when we were there. You know, I don't know. I don't know if you could. I don't know. And I know a lot of guys, you didn't stay up that late for it. But if you could have seen some of the smiles, because you know little kids smile so innocently and so good. If you guys could have seen the smiles on their faces when they got some food, you know, and they got to have something they hadn't had in a day or two or something, maybe. You know, Filipino kids and people are very happy anyway. They're the happiest poor people on the whole entire freaking planet. But, you know, you see these little kids, they don't have much. They get a little something, they're very thankful. Hell, there's not an American, you know, hardly any American kid would give a rat's ass. So, but Philippine and Bay in the province. Hello, Diana and Henry. So it was good. I know Lorelai was excited, as you guys saw, because, you know, she grew up in the Philippines. She struggled, just like most other Filipinos struggle financially in the Philippines. And I know Bai knows a lot of people in the Philippines that struggles and is familiar with that. And that's why community service is so very important in those parts of the world. That not only do you know, my wife's not an outsider, but what I was going to say, not only do outsiders need to help and be kind, but insiders, so to speak, the locals have to do it too. I've been to the mountain churches there, many kids starving. That's right. And you know this, I'm sure. What's interesting is in the Philippines, well, I guess everywhere, I don't know. But you have the kids in the mountains that live way out in the province, right? That are malnutrition, that haven't eaten. And then you go to the city where the city is supposed to be better off, and you see the same thing. You see the city kids who've been neglected, the city kids who are scraping by. And a lot of times in the city, maybe mom or dad does have a way to make some money, but still at $8 a day, it's a hard, hard life. So thanks to Henry. Good. Yeah. Good job, Henry. And and Lorelai's from the big city, so that's where we focus our effort on. And I know a lot of other people that spread it around, and that's what's really good. Young women married at their age 12 years old and but well, yeah. And you know, but that was common in America. It really wasn't worldwide, very common for young girls under 14 to be married. That was not uncommon anywhere in the world. Europe, Not uncommon. That's sad that we're giving hats and blankets. Yes, there you go. That said, we are giving hats and blankets to the homeless. Excellent. And we got to, and that's the other thing. And this is what's sad and makes me mad. We have so much freaking money and resources in America that we could feed everybody in America and there'd never be a person homeless or starving or cold because we throw away more food. It makes me mad how much food we throw away in America. I have a church mate, she's 14 years old, got 2 kids. I know. And the sad thing about the Philippines, this is awesome. Oh, thank you, Cruisin'. It's still wrong in my, no, it is still wrong. And well, it's wrong in your opinion because you don't belong to that society or that culture. And Henry, and that's okay and that's normal. It's wrong to me too, but I'm not part of that culture. In their culture, it is. The Regas, hello, do you. Thank you for being here. Diana says, I agree, Henry. It's not okay, Filipino Bias says. Diana saying hello. So, in a lot of our opinions, it's not okay. But if you look back and so just be aware, history proves that this is a normal concept. And if you know the logic and the reason behind it was, one, because the men, the religion wanted to marry virgins. Then they wanted to have as many babies as they could, as quick as they could, to provide resources back to the house, such as working the farms, herding the sheep, the animals. So farm people, rural people, used to want to have many, many kids. Even in America, guys, you got to understand. You know, it wasn't uncommon for 14-year-olds in America to get married in the 50s, up until the 50s. So just be aware of that part. Well, we do think it's wrong because our mindset is not their mindset. It's kind of like, I think daylight savings is wrong, and but there are some people that like it. You know what I mean. It's a different culture. So, and I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm saying it's wrong, but what I'm telling you, as responsible, smart adults, we have to understand why something is that way. We can't just go in and say, what you do is wrong. That's not fair to somebody else. If I went to, Henry, I'm going to pick on you for a second. If I went to Henry and said, Henry, having long hair is wrong, which we did in America. Henry, that's wrong. That's unacceptable. Or if I went to a Native American and said, I don't like your long hair, right? We have to understand the history. Thee will be right back. Thank you. Okay, thumbs up. I'm trying to finish my Christmas blanket. Woo, I want a Christmas blanket. Can you make a fish on it or a cruise ship? We are not supposed, right, I agree. But it's hard for humans not to judge, right? But I just encourage everybody to try to understand where people are coming from. We may think that the Japanese guys that wear top, we call them man buns. You know how the American guys wear these stupid little ponytails? In the Japan, which we probably stole it from them. It's I think called a top knot, right? But there's a reason for it. So the American man looks stupid and it should be cut off. But for the Japanese men, it means something. So Cruisin' is dropping her link. Thank you for that. Right or wrong, in our own opinion, I think it's our responsibility to try to understand why something is. I support kids for feeding before when I worked in Thailand. Yeah. There's poor kids everywhere. We have poor kids in America. I was one, trust me. I grew up very, very poor. That's why when somebody says today in my world, hey, I think you have money, you should give it to me, I go kiss my ass. I grew up dirt poor, eating rice and beans 4 or 5 times a week, if I was lucky. My money's not your money unless I decide to give it to you. So, yeah, and I want everybody to do what they feel good. But if anybody wants to help us buy rice, that's what we're trying to do on our little project. I just try to really encourage us to understand. I know guys that hate Muslim faith, and it pisses me off so much. They're so angry at the Muslims, and they're Christians, but they're angry at the Muslim. Well, that's not a very Christian thing to do, now is it? To hate somebody else just because they believe something? I know guys like that. And, I don't get the logic because don't get closed-minded about things. Don't get closed off and think. And I got relatives, look, I'm telling you, I have relatives who think this. And if it's not within this box, I can't make a box. I can make a couple of losers, but I can't make a box with my fingers. I don't know how to, I'm not coordinated enough. But they think within this box. And if it's outside this box, then it has to be wrong. Period. No ifs, ands, or buts. That's no good. You have the rest of the world. Henry says, I was poor growing up too. Yeah. We grew up the hard way. Telling you. My dad farmed me out for cheap labor when I was a kid. And I'm a big guy. And I used to bench press 400 pounds when I graduated high school. I was a very strong kid. And my old man, I didn't realize this until much later, I was always moving furniture for people. I don't know why the hell I was moving furniture for people at 12 years old, 14 years old. Well, my dad was making money. People would pay my dad to have me do work. I didn't know that. He could have said, hey, go do this so we can have some money to buy food. Well, okay, that would have been nice to know, but, So I want everybody to do what they feel comfortable with. And I don't want you to think the holiday season is the only time that you need to do this. And I know you guys don't know everything that we do, and we're not going to tell you everything we do. We never will, period. But don't just do it this season. I think if we only give at Christmas, then we're missing, if you believe in God, if you believe in Jesus, if you believe that if you only give at Christmas, then you're missing the point. Cruising said, great point. Project, thank you. Well, H.N. I was poor. Let's see. Lincoln's back. Lincoln, how are you? What's up? Always great just to say hello, Lincoln, instead of sup. Just come in and say hello. And say hello to everybody else. Tim is in the house. Hello. See, he says, good evening, Pack. Pack is me, Philippine-American couple. So that's all you got to do. Just come in and say hi. This is an adult chat group. And, we try to be polite and respectful and professional in some stances. Diana said hello to you. Hey, Tim. Hey, Lincoln and Tim. See, those are all good things. But we appreciate you being here. I'm just a little bit on a roll today. Doing good. You just got back from swimming. Nice. It's nice that you have the luxury to be able to go swimming. I haven't been swimming since, I don't know, when the last time I swam. But if you're a believer in the holiday spirit, then I think you're missing the point of the holiday spirit. It's kind of like Big Tim's in the house saying hello to y'all. It's kind of like why Lorelei and I do not celebrate Valentine's Day. I don't want, we agreed upon this, we don't want to celebrate our relationship one day a year. We try to do it as much as we can. Helping out other people should be done year-round, not just because it's the Christmas season. Now, I'll tell you the backstory on why we just did the dinner we did. And I don't know if Lorelei told you guys this or not. And this is what's impressive. I really want you guys to understand. Here is the thing that impressed me the very, very most about last night. You know who came up with this concept? Karen's daughter. Every year, we give her birthday money. About, I don't know, maybe 5 years ago, she decided that she wanted to take the birthday money that we gave her and buy things for all the kids in her classroom. She didn't want anything. She wanted to share with the other kids. That's how this started. And so it was her birthday. This was her birthday gift. And what did she do with it? She fed 35 children with it. That's why I get excited about what they're doing. So it was that little 9 or 10, maybe she's 12 now. So Grady Wilson's in the house, Lincoln Turncoat's here. Why limit the spirit of giving from Big Tim? You're floating all over New Jersey? Well, all right, Grady, that's kind of crazy. Do separate Christmas? Yes. No. I don't think so. That's her, unless they gave her a fake name. That's not the girl's name unless they, was it a child, Diana? Because I couldn't see very well. She's about 12 years old. Maybe they gave her a fake name on YouTube so nobody would know her real name. And maybe. Her birthday. This is her birthday, buddy. We had donations. You guys helped us out, and we spent every bit of it on feeding the kids, right? But that was her birthday. That's what that was. Yeah, Cruisin says, I love some egg drop soup. I had some. Woohoo, egg drop soup. Me too. I just think it needs more flavor. Awesome. Lincoln says, what spot did you play when you were younger? What sport or spot? I played football and baseball, and I was defensive tackle in football and outfield in baseball. And then I am the #1 greatest fisherman in the whole entire world. Just thought I'd throw that out there. And I have the most beautiful wife in the world. So I play 4 sports. Wife, collecting, fishing. I don't play football or baseball anymore because I'm too old. That was a girl on the line. Okay, Diane, I don't know. I didn't see that. So it could be. But that was her birthday gift. And we started that over 5-6 years ago. Because we're happy to give birthday money to our friends in the Philippines. And we do it. We don't talk about it, but we do it. And she decided years ago she wanted to help the kids around her. And she's been doing it ever since. It's just gotten bigger. You know what I mean? She's gotten older and gotten more involved in it. And so it's kind of gotten bigger. Lincoln says, really? Yes, my friend, really. Thank you all for giving us a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel. Thank you all for subscribing. We need as many subscribers as we can get. I'm trying to get to 4,000 by the end of January and 100,000. So I'm only like 96,000 away. Come on, folks. 96,400 away. So, but we're excited about that. So, but we thank everybody. So we're drumming up rice. Can I be a manager, please? A manager of what? What would you like to, Burger King, McDonald's? I don't know what you want to be a manager of. Henry says, I gotta be right back. So that's what we did last night. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And part of me, I'm just like, I don't get involved in it. I just want to make sure everybody know, and I want to say it for here, that very proud of them for doing all that work. I was happy to give money, and I want to thank everybody because even your membership fees, everything that goes into our channel that we get from watch time, all of that stuff, super chats, everything, that's where the money comes from. We don't take anything home from YouTube, so trust me. We make very little on YouTube, and every penny of it actually goes to the Philippines. So just a good thank you for that, and I'll get off that topic. So Lincoln, no, sorry. Sorry, what are you sorry about today, Lincoln? Don't be sorry. It's all right. Okay, so here's the bad news or the stressful news. I had some well, we had a bad, did Lincoln mean moderator? He may have. He may have Diana. He may have. But we'll have to see how he does. Only special people get to be moderators. And I don't even know, Lincoln, do you have a YouTube channel or anything like that? But today, what happened was, man, I'm telling you, my dog Daisy, if she doesn't die from this heart failure, I'm going to die from freaking heart failure. I do have a bad heart because I have heart failure, right? So we give, and I don't know, we're going to have to go back to the vet, which is going to cost another $50 million. I mean, I rang up all my vet bills this year. We're pushing 12 grand. $12,000 in vet bills, not medical bills for me and Lorelai, but vet bills for my two dogs this year. $12,000. Man, these animals are expensive this year. But but it's okay. I would pay $100,000 to keep them alive, or $200,000. It doesn't matter. But we left for a little bit today, and when we leave, we give them a treat. I mean, we got to pay them to get out of the house, and then we pay them when we get back by giving them another little treat. We probably shouldn't have done that, but they got us trained, so that's how we do it. And we left today, and Daisy's been doing pretty good the last few days. Over the weekend, I hurt her somehow really bad, or something happened. We don't know what's going on. But she really freaked out, froze up, swole up, couldn't walk, wouldn't lift her head. I mean, I thought she was dying again. We didn't know what to do with her. I heard her yelp when I put her down, so I think I hurt her arm really bad. And so we got her on the couch. I gave her half of Lily's old pain pills, just a half. And man, she got much better. And she's been great all weekend. She was doing great today without any issues. Well, we leave the house for a little bit to go run an errand before Laura and I went to work. We give them their treat. Everybody's great. We're gone 40 minutes. I come back, and here she is again, swollen up, arched up. Her back is all arched. She can't move. She can't lift her head. She can barely walk. And I'm just like, what in the hell is going on? I don't understand. I mean, her belly was swollen, her back was swollen, but we hadn't been gone 45 minutes. I mean, so I'm sitting there and going, oh, crap, is this the end? And we get her up on the couch, and Lorelai's holding, and I'm researching, I'm Googling, and I'm thinking, man, I'm looking at the heart failure chart. And Cole's in the house, everybody. Say hello to Cole. Cole, how are you feeling? I'm going to stop my story and make sure that Cole's feeling okay. You feeling all right, buddy? So I'm scrolling, and one of the things they say about dog heart failure, swollen abdomen, chest, all of that, fatigue, of course, can't move their body, maybe in the last, So I told Lorelai, I said, hey, why don't we give her 1/4 or a half of one of those pain pills and see if she can at least relax. Then I dig some more, and I'm like, well, maybe she has an upset stomach. Maybe she has to go poo. I don't know what this is. So, we're gonna get her into the vet, and I'm gonna talk to him about this situation. But it's really weird. But after about 30 minutes on the pain medicine, her stomach went down. She, instead of having an arched back and walking like, a camel, she was back to being normal, and she's back to normal before the way we left. So I don't know what's going on. I got to talk to the vet and go, is that her heart failure? Or maybe there's something wrong with her intestines where she's getting a block, but she didn't go poo yet. But maybe there's something in her that's broken or hurt. I don't know. Maybe I got to get her back into the vet and get x-rays And Cole says, I am sore. Cole had a nose issue, didn't you, my buddy? Well, she could be. She could be. And that's one thing we decided today. We're not going to give her that treat anymore. I'm going to give her a different one and see if that helps. But the last time she did it, I don't think she had that treat. So I don't, and she's been eating that treat for years. The same treat, same brand. God, for years. And I mean years. So I don't know. I don't know if she got up on the couch and fell down, fell off the couch maybe and hurt herself again. I don't know. Maybe, maybe, but we leave all the time. Maybe it could be. I mean, she is getting to where she gets nervous a whole lot more. They sleep by the door when we leave. We have a couple. You'll see when you come. We have a couple of floor mats and doggy blankets right by the laundry room door because that's where we go in and out of. And when we leave, they just lay there. They'll lay there for hours while we're gone. So, you brought out Christmas stuff? Well, Lorelai brought out Christmas. Did I say I brought out Christmas stuff? Lorelai did. I got the ladder. The ladder's back there. I got to put it in the garage. I brought in the ladder. Tim says, Pack, your dogs are inclined to have health problems as they get older. I know. But they're only 8 years old. They're not supposed to be dying until they're 15. Henry says, I am back. Sometimes that's stuff that she might be allergic to. Oh, the Christmas stuff. Oh, yeah. Maybe, Diana. I wonder if you think maybe she might be licking up some of the fake snow off the tree? That might be. There might be something with all the sparkly crap everywhere. Because the first time she did it was after we put the Christmas tree up. So, that's, I'm going to have to think about that. Diana, that's a possibility, you know? Yeah, we've got a lot of new Christmas stuff. And you know the dogs would just walk around licking the floor. Tim says, my dog broke her back just by walking around the house. Oh, I know. Well, I had Daisy the other day. When it first happened, it was literally Saturday. I had her picked up in the chair, which is very normal. She was sitting in my lap. And I go to put her down, and she squirmed, and her leg, when I sat her down, she kind of did the splits. Her front legs did the splits. And she yelped really bad. And then from there, she swelled up. She puffed up. She got like she did today. In a lot of pain. She wouldn't move. And, I mean, it was really bad. I thought I tore her leg off. But then today, and that's what Lorelai was wondering when we left, because we can't see them exactly. We're going to get some nanny cams. We've already figured that out. We got to buy some nanny cams for the dogs. So we're going to be looking. We're studying about nanny cams. So we don't know, since she was feeling better, maybe she decided to kind of run off the couch and hurt herself. But why would she swell up if she just banged herself up? I don't know. Yes, yeah, we anticipated them having back issues. We did. That's why we have ramps everywhere. Yeah, and we just got to, what I'll tell you what's going on with the nanny cams, and I don't. And I told Lorelai she's going to have to figure this out because she's a smart one. But we've actually been sent some nanny cams by corporations out of China that wants us to review it. Well, because we have a YouTube channel. I don't want to do that. I don't want to use their Chinese cameras. I'm a little worried about downloading the app. Hang on a second. Backlash fisherman in the house. Oh my, aching back, yes. No, and what's really, so I was saying about the nanny cams. So we've been sent, we were sent some over the years, but I don't want to we have already, what do you call that? Google Assist or Google, you know the Google stuff, right? Whatever it's called. We already have a bunch of Google stuff. So I told Lorelai over the weekend that we're just going to have to, I want to buy some Google compatible ones that aren't a Chinese app that can hack my phone. Backlash says hello to everybody. Thank you for being here, Backlash. We appreciate you, my friend. I saw you went live earlier. I just didn't get a chance to be there. Guess who's in the house? Looks like the wife is in the house. They're fine. I mean, Daisy is back to the way she was before we left the house. So I really don't understand what happened. The camera's off, good, so you can't spy on me, nice. Hello everybody from Lorelai. I was bored, picked up my daughter from school. Yeah, I saw you went live, it came across my thing, I just was too busy doing other stuff, I couldn't get to you. Busy days, just checking in on the girls, they're fine. I mean, they're like nothing happened today. I don't know what it is. I think we need to take her in when she goes in. I'm going to have them, I know it's going to cost us a lot of money, but I want them to do a full body x-ray. I want to make sure she doesn't got any tumors or masses in her body or a herniated disc or so. I need to figure out what's wrong. Backlash says, hey, wifey, hey, Kay, Lorelai, that's right. She's Mrs. Pack. She's the hottest looking Filipina to ever come out of the Philippines. Just ask me, I'll tell you. My belly swells up if I hurt my back. You know, I think mine does too, Tim. I don't know why. See, and that's kind of what I was thinking because her back does this weird arching, and I don't like it. I don't like how it's doing. So it may be a back issue because we checked her heart rate was great. Everything else was good. She's just almost like, well, Tim, maybe you got a point. Almost kind of like a pinched nerve situation for a human, where we'd be kind of like going, barely being able to move. So maybe the pain pill is an anti-inflammatory and it's causing the nerve to calm down. That's a good point, Tim. I messaged her earlier. All right, good, Lorelai. Maybe it needs an adjustment. But Tim, you may be onto something. Maybe she's having back issue because when I dropped her the other day, maybe it was her back, not her leg that I thought hurt. It looked like it, but maybe it wasn't the leg. Maybe the back got jammed up. So you're right. With the wiener dogs, guys, maybe it's the back. We're going to have to study this. Sanders in the house. Thank you, Sanders, for being here. Thank you for the thumbs up. Hello, everybody from Young Man Sanders. Thank you for being here. Maybe a back brace, but well, I don't know how you do that with a wiener dog. But, because we don't know what she did when we left. So she could have easily took her treat. We gave her a treat and she ran off. And she was feeling pretty good, remember? Maybe she hurt herself trying to hide her treat. She likes to bury her treat while she eats it. I don't know. We're going to have to watch this. But those are good points. Hey, Charles from HDN. Hey, Diana. Charles, good to have you. We had a good, exciting night last night. Lorelai and her friends fed 35 kids in the Philippines. That was great. I think they did a great job with that. I'm very proud of all the hard work our friends in the Philippines did. Granted, Lorelai and I really didn't do any hard work, so I can't take any credit for it. So the credit goes to Lorelai and her crew in the Philippines, her bestie. Are they still using those terms, bestie? In the Philippines, and those. So and now they're excited and confident. So now we move to the next phase, which is trying to provide rice in January, and I'm hoping by talking about it, because we usually don't talk about what we do, except for how sexy we are in hats. We talk a lot about that, but we don't talk a lot about what we do. But we kind of decided that we wanted to encourage others to do what they wanted to do, where they wanted to do it at. And I know a lot of you guys have kids to feed and jobs, and money's tight in America. I get it, I know it, and it's hard to do for others when you can barely do for yourself. But whatever little thing it is, and it doesn't got to be money, it doesn't got to be food. One of the things I say all the time is, I don't give handouts, I give a hand up. And anytime you can find somebody who's trying, and they need a hand up, we should do that. And I know good people like Diana and Sanders and everybody else in the house, Backlash, Henry, everybody else probably feels the same way. I think 99% of the population feels the same way. The real question is, do you do anything about it? So that's my big question to everybody. Adventures of the Philippine American couple, they are excited knowing they're getting rice for New Year. Yeah, well, that's what I told them, Lorelai, that we'd already decided to buy one big bag of rice, but there's so many in need in that little area that we need to raise some more. We are going to raise additional funds so we can buy 2 more bags, and they run about $50 a bag. So I told them earlier, that's what we're going to be working on. And I think it's a goal. I think it's a good goal. I think it's an achievable goal. And if anybody can donate $1, then that's great. Maybe we'll get, 100 people to give us $1. So maybe have a little bit less of a latte. Yeah, thank you to the members. We got some new members today, believe it or not. We had a couple of people subscribe to the channel today. And our good friend Dennis has been buying memberships. Diana has bought a membership. So all of that money truly goes for the things that we do. We're not buying beer with it, I can promise you. We're not buying cigarettes with it. We're not gambling with it. We're not, doing bad things with any money that comes to us. So we don't do that. But if the kids are excited, if the people are excited that they're going to get rice, because they need rice. I don't like rice, which is really bad. I feel pretty bad as a piece of crap because I don't like rice. I can't stand it. I can't stand plain rice, but I know how important, and if you've been to the Philippines or been to an Asian country at all, or South American country for that matter, well, everybody but me, if you've been anywhere in the world but to my house, you will know how important rice is as a staple ingredient there. And that's what we're looking at, is giving them a dry good that they can take home, use up, divide up to do what they need to do. That takes the fun out of it, not buying beer with it. And I know, Henry. We don't do that. We buy beer out of my stripper money. So when I go and do live stripper shows, where I'm dancing on the pole and on the stage with the music, we take that money to buy beer with. Lorelai says the parents was happy, but the little jealous that they don't have one yet. And there was a thrill after I told them that I'll give them rice again. Yes. Yeah. And what I was telling them, Lorelei, is, and I'm sure other cultures are this way, but these people are truly grateful for the food, grateful that somebody gave a rat's butt, so to speak. I think a lot of times people from third world countries look out at the stars and think, man, if I could only get to America, if I could only do. Does anybody care about us? And so I think for them to know and understand that strangers from a far off land cared enough to feed them a little bit of food, I think that goes a good way to making the world a better place, to letting them know, hey, I got something. When I get something, I need to, just like I was telling her, Lorelei's friend's daughter started all of this. Dee's back in the house. Hey, I'm back. Her daughter, when we gave her birthday money, did not want to spend it on herself. She wanted to give it to the other kids. That's what started this. That's what yesterday was all about. The rice thing is just an add to it. So everybody say hello to Dee. He's back in the house. Thank you for being here. So it was good. It was good. A lot of fun for them and excitement. And I know the live streaming wasn't that great from their end to our end, but it was still good. Diana's saying, hello, Dee. How are you today? So that's our big plan, our big strategy, Because who is it? Is it, because it's a miracle. And I'll kind of pirate off of what Dennis says sometimes. Dennis says, we are truly the blessed ones because, the odds of us being who we are. Because we could have been that little kid who hadn't eaten in the Philippines that doesn't have any shoes, flip-flops. So we could have been anybody in a different situation. That's why David supports and included it. Yeah, exactly. So we, the people that have the ability to do this, to go on live streams, to have a nice phone, to own a car, to make good money comparatively, should be grateful and thankful for that. That we could have been somewhere else. We could have been somebody totally different. PA Outdoors in the house. How are you, my friend? Cheers. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the thumbs up as you come in. We appreciate everybody. So that was exciting. Very exciting. PA, what are you up to today? How are things in your part of the country? Our big dog Lily is just wiggling her tail. She's like, is somebody talking about me? We are not, I checked the weather today. The weather's supposed to be beautiful here the next week. It's supposed to be cool, but nice. Yeah, and Diana, and I've kind of learned that the hard way. Look, I will admit that I've wasted so much money. So much freaking money that could have been used differently in a more positive way. It's shameful. And like I was saying earlier, Diana, and you guys all know this, PA, you know this, that we throw away more food than any other nation, I think. And we throw away good food. We're not throwing away McDonald's hamburgers. We're throwing away food that could be given to others. So much so that they put locks on the dumpsters because people need it and they would eat it. But the liability, the insurance, being sued, all they would have to do is change how they do expiration dates. As somebody who worked with regulations of the federal government, I know this. And so what companies are worried about, if they got a bottle of water and it says it expires December the 20th, and it's not sold by then, and then they throw it away on the 21st, and somebody gets out of the trash and drinks and says they get sick, they get sued. So what I would do, is do best sold by the 20th, can be consumed until the year 2024, or eaten for another year afterwards. There you go. No lawsuit. You just rewrite how you do it. No lawsuit then. And then you could give the food away to the homeless shelters. You can give it away to people that Meals on Wheels, the food banks. We do have a really big food bank here in North where we live. We have a lot of very generous people with food here. So I will say that. Dee says true things. Just because the bread, Lorelei, she's particular about things expiring. I'm not so picky, but she's always making sure that when I pick something out of the store, because she's keen-eyed, right? She looks at the expiration date. Me, I just get it. I don't care. So what? The jar of pickles is 12 years out of date. It's still pickles. It's been pickled. Aren't the pickles still good after 12 ye's? Kimchi's good. They bury it in the ground. It could be in the ground for 10 years. I spent some money when I was upset about my kids. Not a lot, but I would go on a Temu shopping spree every time I got upset. Yeah, one thing, Diana, I understand this. I do. I think that's a very, I don't want to say normal, common thing for people to do. I know a lot of people, when they're bored, they go shopping and spend money. So the key is to realize that things don't make you happy. This isn't this remote control to that gigantic TV. Lorelei wanted. Yeah, I'm going to blame it on Lorelei, because I blame everything on Lorelei. Want it? Well, I guess technically that makes me happy, but but having another 45 shirts doesn't make me happy. I can't talk about fishing tackle because that makes me happy, but you laughed at the pickles things. Yeah, well, it's true, right? Just because it says it's expired doesn't mean it's bad for you. Look at, But I think the key to that, and I'm not saying I'm good at it or I do it, is to recognize that's what you're doing. When we're going down a tunnel we're not supposed to go down, or we shouldn't be going down, we need to just recognize that that's what we're doing. We're going to Temu and buying a whole lot of crap we don't need. And we're guilty of that too, Diana. Trust me. We're guilty of that. But I want to clarify the record for everybody listening. Buying fishing poles and fishing tackle is perfectly acceptable to do anytime you want to do it. I just want to put that out there. Survivalist stuff, all right. I like you think that, and I agree too. Some, but you got to know what expired at the date and what doesn't. Well, yeah, but has anybody ever eaten expired food and got sick? Come on, be honest. Now, if you leave it outside and the can gets bloated, well, then don't eat that. But we got survival food. It's in buckets, 5-gallon buckets. That's supposed to last 100 years. But I know what you mean. But food is one thing, but I don't know. But everybody's kind of got to do their own thing. I'm just teasing you about the food. Don't eat bad food. But I don't think those cookies are going to be no good the day after they expire. It's like the 1.5 issue. You know, a lot of you guys don't know this, but most companies, let's say they're going to build a ladder, right? They build a ladder. Let's say they're going to build a ladder designed for 300 people, for a 300 pounder. You know what that really means? That ladder has been designed to hold the weight of a 450 pounder. When they build these things, they're supposed to factor in 1/2 addition so that they have an air of margin. If you built the ladder for a 300-pound person, and once you weighed 301 pounds, that ladder broke, how do you think that would work? It doesn't work. It's not logical. So you can't tell me that those cookies, those crackers, that loaf of bread is no good one day after it expires. I'm not going to buy it. I'm not going to buy it. And we all know people that have worked in stores and have thrown things away, that they sat there and went, oh man. Now, granted, I understand that there may not be an infrastructure in place to handle this very well. I get that. I do. But surely they could figure out a better way to do this. Guns and Ammo says, I ate some expired cookies and almost died. Who is Shirley? Our day was busy. Dennis! All right. Shirley, you can be serious. That's right, from an airplane. Let me catch my breath. I think I'm running out of air. Hola, SS, Pack, HDN, and everybody. I need to breathe a second. I get and have these weird episodes, and I'm having one now. Guns and ammo. Anybody vape? I don't. No, vaping's not good for you. Tim says, I have a step ladder that's rated 1A, 300 pounds. I don't even weigh 150. See? Oh, no, it's not a panic attack, Diana. It's my heart. It's the heart is what it is. But it should be okay. We'll see. At least the battery on the pacemaker is still kicking. So, we don't need to replace it yet. So we'll be all right. But yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, I have these weird episodes. Sometimes I pass out. Sometimes I just break out in a horrible sweat, can't breathe. Usually lasts 3 to 5 minutes. It could be from any time of the day, any place. You just never know. It's kind of weird. Plus, I also have this autoimmune thing called sarcoidosis. And they don't know if that's what causes it or if it's the heart or the combination. So my lungs are messed up. The heart's messed up. The kidneys are messed up. The feet are messed up. So you can just call me messed up boy. But yeah, but this is, yeah. This is, to be honest, I don't like the fact that I'm this way, but it is what it is. And that's why Lorelai, like she said, I'm just going to turn the ceiling fan on. Why she checks in on me a lot. So, no, Tim, I don't take nitro. It wouldn't help my condition. My heart failure is about ejection fraction rate. It's too low. So my heart don't pump enough blood. Is what that does. But I also have a left ventral block, so the left side of my heart, the electricity messes up, and the electricity doesn't do right. So, and then what happens is the ejection fraction rate's low, and I think when this happens, one of the chambers of the heart swells up bigger. So it's like the valves aren't working right. They're not in sync. So I understand that's kind of what happened with Mr. and I drove myself to the hospital, kept me for a week. Yeah, we've been there. So yeah, Lorelai, had to take me to the hospital. I think more than once, but I remember one time for sure I couldn't even make it in the hospital. Well, my battery is going to be replaced later this coming year. But, so I am rewired. I have a 3-lead pacemaker, so for 3 different chambers. And the pacemaker is working just fine, I'm sure. But the heart still kind of messes up. It has its issues. And it's just random. I don't know. I could be anywhere. But it's the first time it's happened on camera. So, Dee says he's still stubborn. I'm not stubborn. Let your lungs breathe and expand. I am. I don't want to bend. Do I know where Jonesboro, Arkansas is? I do. I've been there many of times. It's on the eastern side of the state by Blytheville. In Paragould, Arkansas. Yep, I know it. That was right before I found this channel. Oh, yeah. Good stuff. Life is good when you're me. That's all I can say. Life is good when you're me. Yep, but I've been to that part of the country a lot. So it's a nice area. It's a nice area. Used to go to Blytheville Community College or Mississippi County Community College and do conferences over there. So. Well, I think what I'm going to do, guys, is I think I'm going to end this live stream and see if I can get myself feeling better. But I want to thank everybody for helping out with the kids yesterday, for everything that everybody's done. So, but I think it's time for me to get off of this. So, all right, everybody, thank you. We will talk to you all tomorrow. Thanks again for being here.